So today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. This is, I believe, episode 13. In the last episode, we saw a couple things happening, like the blue team claiming a large amount of land in Southeast Asia. There was two more Southeast Asian countries that formed up. The yellow team expanded, and so did Russia. Little green team, civil war. And countries around the world started to join military alliances. But anyways, we're going to expand on this. And like I said in the last episode, we're going to see a couple of civil wars. So let's go ahead and start in the yellow team. So this country has been doing pretty good recently in terms of expansion. They have started to expand to this Asian area, and they keep doing it. They are dead set focusing on expansion, and it doesn't look like they're going to quit anytime soon. But over here in these southern Iranian areas, people are starting to feel different than the people over here in the northern Caspian. In the southern Caspian, they feel different, and they will go ahead and form a rebellion, and it will quickly gain up speed, and it will take pretty much of the whole Iranian area of the yellow team. And this is not good, as not only are there a lot of major cities here, but this is, well, continuing on the major city thing, there's a lot of population on this southern Caspian coast along this area right here. And so this is not good for the yellow team, but it's about to be worse. As the pink team is they are wanting revenge. They're wanting to come back. They were really resilient when it didn't look like they fought that much. There were actually a lot of troops lost in that war. So now the pink team is rebelling, and the yellow team is definitely going to try to do something about this. So the explorers are sent back home, and they're told to go ahead and go into the military. And they start fighting on this front line right here, which is it's going very slow for them. In fact, they only advancing a couple mile per month. I don't really know. Week, it doesn't really matter. But the orange team sees a break in the front lines, and they start invading through this whole area. And an encirclement happens, and it is very ruthless as these people are killed. And now more rubber groups are gonna go ahead and pop up, such as a blue team in this southern yellow area, and a gold team in this northern Caspian slash Kazakhstan area. So now the yellow team has a lot. They have 4 rebellions they have to take care of, and over here it's getting worse for the yellow team, as their explorers who were sent to the capital to be conscripted. They're not having this, and they're gonna go ahead and do something, which is stop fighting. They're gonna stop fighting for the yellow team, and they're gonna pick one of these 4 groups to rebel to join them and start fighting for them. Well, the explorers who were just left over here, who weren't even called, they're feeling like they have been abandoned, and they go ahead and form their own country. They rebel away from the yellow team, and now the yellow team is not in good thing. And one more rebellion will happen until this country is gonna fall apart, pretty much. I mean, it's already pretty much already falling apart, but it can fall apart even a bit worse. I'm gonna say better, but really worse. And that is a Turkmenistan rebellion. And like I said, it comes out of the Turkmen areas. And after a while, the yellow team is in complete shambles. It is not going well for them. And a country is actually going to be joining in on this, and that is going to go ahead and be the Russians. They start invading, and they completely dart all the way to the Caspian Sea, and that was their main goal. So they will start to go down this yellow area right here, but they will stop at a line like that looks like that, as they really just don't want any more land. They really just wanted access to this Caspian Sea coast. But anyways, these rebellions, they actually start to work with each other. Specifically, the Uzbek and Turkmen rebellions really start to work well with each other. And the Uzbek rebellion gets all the way up in meat for the pink team, and now the yellow team is just not doing good. This area is gonna fall over to the blue team, and more of these provinces actually start to join with the blue team. And all around, this empire is starting to crumble as it is getting occupied by all of these different countries or rebellions. And yeah, now it's just 2 pieces left, and it's about to be no pieces left. As the pink, that's not pink, as the pink, and that's once again not pink. the pink teams and the gold teams are just gonna go ahead and get the rest of this northern area up here. And from here, the yellow team is finally going to go ahead and surrender. And we can take a look at this excruciating peace treaty. And let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. So, looking at this peace treaty, this might be a little complicated. But let's go over here. So, the red team will get all of this land, a pretty good chunk. Well, the pink team, not that. The pink team does get a really good amount. They get more than what their core territory was, and that's really good for them because they can use the territory that they got, and so yeah, the blue team is going to get all of this land right here, and then also this. For some reason, it's not colored in. There we go. And they also get this chunk out of what was the green team. And speaking of the green team, speaking of all of this land, while the orange team gets this chunk of land. The gold team is going to get a good amount, actually. They get all of these lands, and this is a really good amount for, what they did in the war. And then the Russians will get all of this land, and the yellow team will get the remaining parts of what the Russians occupied, and the yellow team has been significantly reduced. There's like 6 new countries over here, and yeah. Some reason I didn't follow the provinces here, but now I will as they get all of that. So, yeah, 6 new countries, and these countries are all relatively weak. Well, relatively. I mean, the gold and the orange teams could be a little powerful, but the rest of them, maybe not too much. It was for all these countries that can finally make their cities white or yellow. uh, this has been weird, but yeah, now all these cities are yellow, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, let's do capital. So the capital of the gold country will be right there on that major city, and the capital of the orange country will be here. Turkmenistan country right here. The bluish team right here will get their capital there. And the pink team, they will get the capital where their former capital was, and then of course the red team will get their capital, with the only major city they have. So, yeah, Central Asia now looks a lot different, and I can see some wars happening here in the future, but not now, as we have to cover another civil war, and that's down south in India. Now, um, hold on, if I go ahead and take cities off, I'm just gonna tell you right now. These cities, these 3 countries over here, they have been supplying rebels in Myanmar and also southern India, mostly in Myanmar/Burma, and nobody really likes this blue country because it's benefiting so much from the trade. If we look at its cities, it has a lot of cities, and so yeah, a rebellion is gonna go ahead and form in this part of the red team. So it will form right here in this Myanmar area. And they quickly take this whole panhandle that the blue team has. And the blue team is kind of mad about this because, a large area just broke away. So they are going to go ahead and, yeah, they're going to try to fight this. However, it is really hard. And they're getting farther than the yellow team did when trying to fight it. However, these guys are getting supplied like crazy, and they are pushing back, actually. That's not the right color. They're getting pushed back, especially in these central areas, and you're even getting, they're showing signs of warning of getting cut off, so all these blue troops are gonna go ahead and fall back all the way to Bangladesh for some reason, and, yeah, that's probably not a good thing. Because a theme with falling back in this series is you get invaded even more, and well, a rebellion is gonna pop up. That being in this kind of area right here of central India, central like middle India, and yeah, so that's not good. The blue team's military is trying to fight back. However, once they realize a yellow team part 2, this time over here in India, is gonna happen, the military is gonna do something interesting. What just happened? The military are gonna go ahead and form their own country. So the military, who was fighting over here they're gonna migrate and they are gonna go down south of the capital of India and they will form their own military country right here. This is not the Lime Team from Aegis Pro series. It is just Aegis. It's just an Indian Lime Team. And it's all of the military of India. So they're trying to conscript as many people, but as soon as they get conscripted, they join one of these rebellions. And yeah, so that is going to do it for basically the blue team. Because more and more rebellions start to pop up. And this time there's one in central or northern India, and they're all for just being isolationists. There's one in South India who is just they're doing their own thing and they connect up with the Lime Team. Speaking of the Lime Team, that military country is gonna go ahead and they're gonna connect up with the Purple Country or the Purple Rebellion. And yeah, we can see India's quickly getting folded here. And for a final rebellion, that is going to go ahead and be a yellow rebellion. And this time it's going to go ahead and be over here in this area where the former red team country was. And they start taking land too as they meet up with the green country over here in northern India. And now this is like 5 pieces or 3 pieces, and it's about to be 4 pieces as the green team had just cut them off. And the blue team, they're gonna conscript as many people as possible. They're gonna conscript a lot and a lot of their people. And they're gonna be able to push back these rebellions, like I said, a lot. And they do actually pretty well. They get rid of this whole thing right here. And they nearly wipe out this purple rebellion. And yeah. The military country does better, of course, but this southeast or South Indian country doesn't do as well. And even this yellow rebellion is about to also get folded, and they are pushing back against the red team. But it's not good because that was all their manpower. They used all of the conscripts possible. These people were like they were not good at fighting. They didn't have much time to train, so they ended up not being good at fighting, like I said. And guess what? These people are gonna go do exactly what they're doing, but this time it's even easier, as the green team just fully takes all of this northern India area right here. These guys will also get a lot of land, and they connect up with the green team until they go ahead and sign peace. The Lion team is gonna once again go ahead and meet up with the purple country, but this time the Lion team is getting a lot of land, and they even managed to capture the capital of the blue team. The yellow team is also going to go ahead and expand, and they take pretty much all of this central area right here. The green team will take a bit, and then the purple team gets the rest. And for this area right here, of course, it will get annexed by the South Asians or the South Indians. And let's go ahead and take a look at this peace treaty. So now we can take a look at this peace treaty. And for Bangladesh, they will get, like, click on the color. They will get all of this. Actually, not Bangladesh. I would call them this Burma. They get all of that land, and it's a pretty good chunk. The yellow team will get all of that land. The green team will get all of this, a really good chunk of northern India, and the lime military country will get all of that. This purple team will get that, and then the rest of it will go to a new South Indian country, which will kind of be this bluish type color slash gray. But yeah, this Indian team has been completely destroyed. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and alter the borders a little bit. And what I mean by that is now the blue Indian country doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, they got fully folded, and now there's only a couple countries that remain the ashes of that team. Anyways, looking at capitals. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and see that the blue Indian team will be right there. That's Lime. Fun. There we go. The lime team's capital will be right in that major city right here. The purple teams will be in here. The green country will be right there, while the yellow teams will be in that major city. And then for Burma, it will be in the southernmost major city. And that is it for the capitals of these new Indian countries. But I will say in the next episode there will be a large exploration of Asia. And that is because of these new countries' interest in finding out what is happening all along here. And I will say that there will be a little familiar color right here, but that is, I'll explain that in the next video. Anyways, though, not looking at civil wars, we can go ahead and see that a lot of Southeast Asia is being explored, as pretty much all of this tail right here has been explored. Not pretty much all of it, most of it, or some of it, the Thailand part of it, has been explored, and eventually all of Malaysia gets explored by explorers. I mean, what do you think? And the whole peninsula gets explored. So, that is actually going to go ahead and do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know a lot. I mean, two major countries did fall. But actually, no, that is not going to do it for this video. I'm going to actually go ahead and take it. We're going to take a look at some overall rankings. So it might surprise you, but the number one country in the world is actually the Ottoman Empire. They are number one, and they haven't had to really compete too much for that number one position, at least recently, although some countries over here are competing with them, just not now. 2 is going to go ahead and go to the gold team, while 3 goes to the French country. 4 is going to go to Sweden, while 5 is actually going to go to the Russians. Yeah, they are at number 5, surprisingly. And yeah, so number 6. Who do I choose for number 6? I'm actually going to go with Egypt. They are number 6. Number 7 is going to go ahead and be this brown country right here. Well, number 8 is going to go to Slovenia. Number 9 is going to be Morocco. That's not 9. And then number 10 is what? Number 10 is actually going to go ahead and be the blue team. Now, they haven't been in the top 10 for a long time, ever since like episode 3. They haven't been in the top 10. But with this recent land expansion in Africa, and of course in the Iberian Peninsula, they are becoming stronger. And anyways, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.